Good morning, sir, classmates. This briefing addresses the Shadow Drone Enigma 2028 campaign of precision drone attacks against Israeli military and key infrastructure in the northern borders. My key judgment is that Israel should not treat this as just a simple drone countering problem, but ultimately as an attribution and warning problem. The big things we want to focus on are who is behind the attacks, how the network is operating, or what is likely to be targeted next. My recommended approach is to detect, attribute, anticipate, and ultimately disrupt the network utilizing this integrated multi-int collection, but also utilizing AI responsibly. Next slide. So the first challenge, however, is avoiding the temptation to have confirmation bias or attribute the attacks too quickly. The scenario is ambiguous. Yes, there are Iran-backed proxies that are suspected, but ultimately would like to use analysis of competing hypotheses, or ACH is what I'll refer to it for the rest of this brief. So the number one, Hezbollah independent operation. It's a local initiative. Number two, Hezbollah with Iranian enablement, funding, training, etc. Number three, RRGC or the Quds Force directly using a proxy operation. Number four, it's a deception, denial technique through a third-party actor who is utilizing Hezbollah signatures in order to mislead. So I recommend organizing a response cell around an all-source fusion effort led by Amman. So in conjunction with Amman, utilizing Unit 8200 to support SIGINT as far as monitoring command and control activity or associated networks, utilizing Unit 9900, the GEOINT, and all the technicality that comes from that, utilizing commercial EO, electro-optical, or SAR, synthetic aperture radar imagery, maps, and terrain analysis. Additionally, utilizing human who can support the effort where appropriate. Have the Mossad concentrating on the foreign human network, what operators are being utilized, who's facilitating, and what potential Iranian involvement there is. While lastly using Shabak and have them examine any internal Israeli facilitation or counter intel concerns. But most importantly, all of these should contribute to one of the evidence pictures, or H's as it was line H1 through 4 of the ACH framework, and have clearly stated confidence levels for leadership to make a decision. So the multi-int collection strategy, as mentioned in the previous slide, SIGINT, focusing on command and control activity, telemetry, changes in the network behavior before and after to find indicators. Human, investigating the people behind the system, who procured the drones, trained the operator, selected the targets, and in hopes of finding who authorized the attacks. GEOINT, indications of probable launch areas, staging locations, terrain relationships, reoccurring routes, finding the pattern of life. MASINT, characterizing the drone itself and the electromagnetic, thermal, signature realm, and really finding the signatures that match the materials, their acoustics. Utilizing OSINT to search publicly available information while also tracking the disinformation tactic. But the critical point is that Iranian technology, proxy involvement, and direct Iranian command are three different intel questions. Of those disciplines, GEOINT and MASINT are especially useful for turning these individual attacks and showing you the bigger picture of how they can become a repeatable pattern. Next slide is GEOINT MASINT, how we can utilize them to work backward from the attack. So 9900 can combine EO and SAR. That way there's no geospatial gap in coverage due to SAR not being limited by the sun. It has no weather limits. MASINT can focus on the platform itself and the emissions, the radar behavior, the acoustic signatures, flight performance, and recover debris. But the important analytic boundary, GeoInt, needs you to tell us where they are. MASINT, tell us what it is. Neither can work independently and tell us who gave us or gave them the order. So, ultimately, because these disciplines can generate enormous amounts of data, we're going to use responsible AI integration to help us figure out this analytical problem set. So through machine learning with SIGINT, anomaly detection, computer vision with GeoInt, it can give you change detection, launch site indicators that fit the parameters that you filter based on what SIGINT gives us and what MASINT gives us on key identicators for that type of drone. And then NLP that can assist the OSINT side, and ultimately predictive modeling can rank the launch zones and give us future targets. So AI will flag it, an analyst or a human in the loop can look at all this data to help validate. Multi-int can give us the thumbs up or thumbs down, or as it mentioned in the ACH matrix, the plus or the dash that either it's supporting or it's not. Assign the confidence based on all of our data, and then ultimately present COAs to the leadership to decide. Attribution and warning. So the objective is to move from possibility to defensible confidence. No int is a single source, and based on the attack pattern in this scenario, priority target categories, we want to include border military outposts, energy facilities, air defense, or sensor sites, or just critical communication and command and control nodes. We want to know what the warning indicators are, but the major remaining gaps are simple. Who authorized it? Who supplied it? Where is it staged? How is it controlled? And whether the information campaign is synchronized with the attacks. So a recommended course of action: first, attribute, multi-int collection. Second, protect and warn, so harden the most likely targets. Third, disrupt. So once attribution reaches sufficient confidence, senior leaders can consider cyber, EW, logistics interdiction. And then fourth, counter the narrative. What can we do from a diplomatic side, an economic side? But the historical lesson behind this is, like mentioned in the reading, Stuxnet and Orchard can demonstrate the value of intel preparation and integrated capabilities. But also, October 7th reminds us that technical superiority cannot compensate for unchallenged assumptions. Which leads directly into my next slide. Leadership, decision, and bottom line. So my recommendation is to approve a temporary shadow drone fusion cell led by Amman as the primary responsibility, and then the collaboration offices would be the Mossad and Shabak, utilizing the ACH approach as an enabler, utilizing AI with the different tools within those different ints to support attribution, indication, warning, and disruption options. Immediately, the cell should prioritize debris exploitation, SIGINT, and GeoInt collection over the next 72 to 96 hours. The objectives should be to identify probable launch corridors and strengthen protection to the most likely targets. But, bottom line, success is not simply shooting down another drone. Success is identifying the network, anticipating its behavior, disrupting the system that's enabling it, and avoiding a false attribution that unnecessarily expands the conflict. We want AI to find the pattern, analysts to determine the meaning, and leadership to make a decision on what to do next. This concludes my brief, and this last slide is the references used throughout the assessment.